Yeah, let's go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Recording this the Monday morning after just an absolutely great day in terms of self-development, developing your craft, figuring out how to work and improve your craft regardless of your situation. I'm referring to the coaching clinic, the coaches clinic that I went to yesterday at Baptist Health Training Center at the Miami Dolphins, my former employer. Right, it was really rewarding to go back and kind of see old face and see the people I was around when I first got to South Florida, and just the whole facility. It's a brand new facility. They're not at Nova anymore, so it's great to see things grow and to feel like you're part of the organization in that realm, in that part, because I learned a lot. I learned that there's the business and then there's the football side, and there were so many ways that I developed and things like that. So that was a great experience. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit today, as far as today's Move Swiftly thought. I'm going to talk a little bit about the takeaways, the major takeaways from that event. All right, so before I even get into the takeaways, I want to make sure you guys understand the importance of intention. All right, whenever you're going to an event, whenever you're excited or you're about to go to an event in which you're going to run into a lot of people that would you be interested in working in, like let's say it's some sort of a seminar that you're registered to go to, or a networking event, whatever it is. If you know you're going, make sure you are going with the intention, that you have intention, you have specific questions and specific people that you are planning to meet and specific questions that you want to ask them, because there's a lot of people out there that are trying to build their businesses, grow their online businesses, or grow their in-person brick and mortar, whatever it is, grow their organizations. So in order for you to decipher and separate yourself from the crew, you have to know specifically who you're looking for and who you're asking for, because again, you meet a lot of people at these events. There's hard to follow up. You never know who's going to follow up, who's not going to follow up, which means your questions have to be in your head before you go there. And then when the right person comes across, when a person announces themselves as this person, as that person, I do this, you know specifically what you want to ask them, get the information that you need, and go on with your day and go on at how you build your businesses. That's what a lot of people they get that wrong when it comes to networking. Networking is not just about knowing the right people. It's about applying the information and being ready to take the advice and go with it regardless. All right, so seeing that I've kind of experienced these kinds of settings for a while now, I knew specifically what I wanted to ask. And the two biggest takeaways I knew going into it, I wanted to get some more information on how to navigate the NIL space, how to navigate the college landscape of college athletics, because my new book, the most recent book that I have out now, is titled Transferring D1, a practical guide on how to navigate the chaotic world of college athletics. And even though I wrote the book on it, there's always something I could be learning, because I have regular live streams every Sunday. I want to make sure I'm providing the right information for the right people, so they come into my world and they feel like, okay, this is someone I could work with for the long term. So I can't expect that if I'm not going out and meeting the right people, right? So there was a representative from the NCAA there who talked a lot about NIL. He talked a lot about some of the staggering numbers in terms of how many people actually go D1. And one of the major thing that he said that really struck me was, especially being out here in South Florida, was the amount of kids that are offered scholarships but never actually make it to their schools because their academics are not where they need to be. All right, and that was that struck a real strong chord with me, because I knew where I fit. It just him saying that, and him having the ability to come out, and because South Florida was like an alarming state in regards to his work and what he does in terms of outreach, he made sure he came to South Florida to give this information to someone like me, so we can apply it and we can fill these gaps where, again, we have the talent, have tons of kids out there that have incredible amount of talent, but they're not getting to where it is they need to be because academically they're not doing what they need to be doing in the classroom, right? So that was a great experience, and I connected with him, and hopefully we'll get him on one of the live streams on Sundays and stuff like that. But we exchanged contact information, and I look forward to working with him as well. So the next thing, and I'll close you out with this, because as that happened, now I'm really intentional, right? I'm really like, all right, who else can I meet? Who else can I talk to that's going to give me some clarity that can help me do my work just a little bit better? And one of the college coaches that happened to be there was an assistant position coach for the University of Miami. He was the DB's coach at the University of Miami. And I approached him, introduced myself, and I said, hey, man, because I've done an NIL deal with a cross-country athlete from the University of Miami. And I wanted to kind of, pick his brain to see if there were some players that he may have had in mind in terms of how I structure my deals and all that kind of stuff. And immediately, so this was immediate. As soon as I said NIL to this coach, he looked at me and goes, oh, well, we can't even touch that. We can't even. It was almost like he was scared to say the 3 letters because he didn't know who I was or if he might get in trouble with some recruiting violations or whatever. So he looks at me and goes, look, yeah, we don't know the numbers, we don't know anything. That is between compliance and the business and the athlete. Like when we go into recruiting them kids, we don't even know how to approach that conversation. And I remember us getting into a conversation, as we were kind of talking a little bit, because this was news to me. I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm telling you. There's certain things you just don't know what you don't know, right? So as he was talking, I remember me and him started chatting a little bit about how crazy of a rule that is. And again, there's another gap in the way this thing works that I need to be working towards filling. Like, it's ridiculous, in my opinion, that you get the position coach in which the athlete is going to spend the most time with, and he can't even talk about NIL with a future recruit, somebody that he's going to be spending all the time with, is going to be teaching him on a day-to-day, and can serve as someone that can keep him humble, keep him balanced, keep him from getting too caught up in how much money a school may be paying him or may not be paying him, yet they're not allowed to talk about it because the rules have come out and so many, just wrong. And I had my opinions, and we ended up chatting, and again, through those 2 conversations we grew. Now, obviously, there were people there giving a little bit about the X's and O's of the game and the drills and all that kind of stuff, and all that stuff's important, but understand, knowing your lane, knowing your role, moving with intention, and knowing exactly who it is you're going to talk to whenever you're going to an event where you're going to meet a lot of people that you can relate well with, that you can meet with, and all that kind of stuff. You have to know your lane to get the most out of all these type of events. All right, I'll have more on this. Just stay tuned. Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.